Hey everybody, welcome to another installment of Brad Cook Stuff. This week, I decided I wanted something simple but healthy. That's right, I've been kind of on a healthy kick with my cooking lately, and I figured this would be a great week to continue to showcase that I don't always have to overload everything with beef and cheese and everything else. So, this week, we're doing a little bit of stir fry. Anyway, let's take a look at the ingredients, see what we're working with. Here are the ingredients for tonight's dish. We have 1 tray of ground beef. We have 1 package of baby corn. I've got an orange pepper. I've got a stalk of celery. And finally, I've got a package of microwave rice. That's basically what we're working with. Let's go ahead and slice up this pepper. So first, we're going to go ahead and slice up this orange pepper here. Right. All right, we've got that done. Let's go ahead and chop up the celery. All right, that's everything in the vegetable department. Let's move on. Next, we're going to go ahead and break up this baby corn. Oh, that was pretty easy. So that's all of our vegetables done. Let's go ahead and get the frying pan ready and put our beef in. As always, we start with a little butter. Next, we put in this single tray of ground beef. As well as all these vegetables. For seasoning, we're going to use what we call Cape Magic. I actually bought this at a store not too far from the house. So we're going to go ahead and shake a liberal amount of this in. While we're waiting for our vegetables and meat to cook, we're going to microwave a package of rice here. All right, this is done. We'll take it out and we'll put it in a bowl. I honestly think all of this is done. Yeah, this is definitely done. Let's go ahead and get this on top of the rice and have a little bit of dinner. Well, I think that looks delicious. Let's go ahead and try it out. All right, moment of truth. I have here a bunch of stir-fried vegetables with a little bit of ground beef over rice. First of all, oh, that smells good. All right, but I think we're going to have to give it a try and see how it tastes. First, let's get a little bit of beef and vegetables here. Okay, that is solid. Honestly, the vegetables are still crunchy. I didn't cook them for that long. So the pepper and the baby corn still have a nice crispy taste. And the beef gives it a little bit of that extra meaty flavor, but it's not overpowering. Let's give it a try with some of the rice here. Mm, mm, mm. So adding the rice makes the whole thing a whole lot more substantial. Not only does it add to the flavor, but it gives it a little bit of an extra contrast between the flavored vegetables and beef and the unflavored rice. I think we'll need another bite of this. We go. Mm. Mm. So the concept behind this dish was I wanted something that was relatively easy to make, but also relatively healthy. So I figured a little bit of beef, but mostly vegetables. And I could have myself a nice little bit of stir fry, and then putting it over rice added a whole lot to the starch department. And in the end, it ends up being a pretty nice little dish. I'm going to do a little bite here. Mm. So was this difficult to make? Not in the least. The beef was ground up. All I had to do was chop up the celery and orange pepper and break the baby corn. That's one of the easiest things I ever got. And then everything else was just add some seasoning, fry it in a pan, microwave some rice, and put it all together. So the whole thing is really very easy to make, and the end result is extremely satisfying. Mm, mm. So obviously I have tons of this left, but it's simple enough that everything you see here are my leftovers. I don't have anything else. I'm not going to finish all this before I go to bed, but I'm going to have a few more bites and then put it back into the fridge, and I can have it at a later date. So, as always, appreciate you guys stopping in. I will see you in the next video. Mm. Mm.